Another episode, Halftime TV viewers and subscribers. I hope and trust each and every one of you enjoyed the holiday season. Now, as we look forward to another year, 2023, I hope you'll be here with us throughout this one as well. And to all our 12,000 subscribers, we appreciate all the love you've shown us throughout the past year. We've grown exponentially and we look forward to continued growth throughout the year ahead. Now, congratulations first to Arsenal and all the Arsenal fans on defeating Manchester United earlier on today. Congratulations also to Shelley and Fraser Price and Rashid Broadbell on securing Sportsman and Sportswoman of the Year for 2022. I did a video on that one a little bit, late last week, I think. So you can check out that video as well. But we're here to talk about Usain Bolt today, Jamaica's most celebrated athlete in recent years, or ever. Usain Bolt. And what's happening with Bolt is extremely sad. And I thought I needed to say something about it. Someone messaged me and said, only Raymond Reddington. And if you follow Blacklist, the series on Netflix, you'll understand only Raymond Reddington can actually find Usain Bolt's money. Now, last week, Usain Bolt posted a couple of cryptic messages. Jean Panton, she was taken into custody. They searched a couple of her properties as well. And if you're wondering who Jean Panton is, she was a wealth advisor allegedly responsible for Bolt's account. Now, surprisingly, today, Hardin, a former SSL CEO, he came out and he did an interview with the Jamaican Observer, distancing himself from the entire ordeal. Now, I'll read a couple of lines from the article just to give you a bit of context, and then I'll share my opinion on it. And then naturally I'll invite you guys to share your thoughts and your feedback in the comment section. All right, so it reads, former Stock and Securities Limited SSL CEO Zachary Hardin has stepped forward with a clear message meant for all and sundry. My hands are clean. I have nothing to hide. My heart is clear and my conscience is free, Hardin said in an interview with the Jamaican Observer. Attorneys representing the Olympian have indicated that in the order of 12.7 million US dollars, or nearly 2 billion Jamaican, has been fleeced from Bolt's account. They have given management of SSL until January 27 to pay over the stated funds. All right, now this is Hardin. During my time as CEO at SSL, Usain Bolt's name never came up as a customer of SSL. He was never mentioned in any management meeting, in any strategy meeting, in any client review meeting. So it's not a case of how come the runner had so much money in there and it got stolen and nobody ever saw it. I was not aware of him having an account there. His name never came up. It never ever arose while I was there. All right, so Hardin disclosed that a member of Bolt's management team informed him that former wealth advisor at SSL, Jean Panton, who has been implicated in the fraud, was the person at the investment company who managed Bolt's account. This is Panton again. My understanding is that Bolt only ever dealt with one person with his account, and that was Jean Panton. So as to what Jean Panton could have been doing or saying or showing him, nobody would know except her, because she was the only person that dealt with it. All right, so I think I've read enough from the article, or enough of the article to form an opinion. I think last week we were talking about SSL and Gage even did a song, brilliant, about SSL. Jean Panton, she showed up to one of her properties. There were reports that the property actually cost 100 million Jamaican dollars, but that's not for me to say. Those are allegations, and they did some searches and all of that. Now, as we went further into the past week, it became more Jean Panton and less SSL. And now we have the former CEO coming out and distancing himself from the entire ordeal. So it's one of two things, right? It's either Jean Panton actually got the money and she used it on whatever she stated she used it on. But there's a big but there. She gave a statement, and this statement had 30 names, and none of those names reflected Usain Bolt. None of those names were Bolt. So again, if she's given a confession, why then is Bolt's name not a part of that list? Secondly, my opinion, again, it can be a case where they're trying to leave Jean Panton out in the cold and to make it seem as if it is a one-person job, which I think it's highly unlikely that this is a one-person job. I think for something like this to, so much money to be moved without actual traces of where it ended up, it takes a couple persons, a couple persons with our authority in the institution to make it happen like that. All right, now there's also the possibility that a member of Bolt's team may very well be in contact with Gene and Panton, may very well also be aware of the folly business that Miss Panton was into, and the money never made its way to SSL. What do I mean by that? Person or the person managing Bolt's money actually took the money for themselves, and because they're close or they have a relationship with Gene and Panton, or they know what she's doing and know what she's capable of doing, they requested constantly that she present documents reflecting growth of the investment or whatever it is that Bolt invested his money in throughout the duration of the time. All right, no, but all this is just my view, and it's just a couple of options to pick your brains, because I know we have smart subscribers here over at Halftime TV. So I'm just picking your brain. I'm just throwing a couple of options out there for you to share your views and your opinions. I'm curious to hear it as well down in the comment section. We've seen it before. We've seen Movado versus Masado, 30 million Jamaican dollars. She filed for bankruptcy. I hope you, the viewers and subscribers, have yourselves a productive week. And remember, like, share, and subscribe. And most importantly, leave your views and your feedback down in the comment section. Until next time.